Step 12. You're normal, so what do you do now? Before you were born, when you were in your mother's womb, you could reach out and feel her. You could feel her warmth. She nourished you, and you were surrounded by a wall of warm darkness. It seemed to be all that there was. You were not at all aware of the reality of the situation, but you were normal. While you were in your mother's womb, you got everything you needed exactly when you needed it. It took no effort on your part to fulfill your needs. Immediately upon your birth, you fell from grace and began your fall down the freedom ladder. This happens to all of us. When we leave the innocence of the womb to the outer world, things change. As you grew up, you put yourself in another kind of womb, your personality. In your search for security, you enclosed yourself in a prison of your own making. You interpreted what you saw through the distorted eyes of your personality. Pretend for a moment, when you were born, you have a fishbowl over your head. The bowl is filled with clear water, and you can see through the water. Every time you learn something, it's added to the fishbowl. When you learn something true, it's clear and clean. But not everything you learn is true. For example, you learn to spell some words wrong. A lot of your beliefs are wrong. When you learn something that isn't true, it's like a drop of colored water being added to the fishbowl. Some people have so many false beliefs that their fishbowl becomes cloudy. The only thing they can see are their own beliefs, and they can't see the outer world clearly. They see the world as they believe it to be, not as the way it really is. The things that drop into the fishbowl become your personality. Drop by drop it forms. It happens in a way that you never realize what's happening. MRT is a way of clearing out the cloudy things in the fishbowl. People living in a cloudy fishbowl don't know that they can't see reality clearly, and it's a prison. This is a way of understanding the prison of the personality. Deep within the person, inside the fishbowl, is the inner self. When you were born, you had abilities wanting to come out. You had potentials. Those are within your inner self. You may have artistic ability, music ability, or skills with your hands in building and creating things. You may have writing skills, or skills with animals, people, or plants. You have a unique ability waiting within you in your inner self. If you've really broken out of the prison of your personality, you're ready to see reality for what it is, and it's going to surprise you. It's also going to explain why you have to go through the many steps to get there. The steps are the key to discovering happiness and purpose in life. When you began to change, you might have noticed two distinct responses from people who knew you. Some people resented you. They put you down and tried to ridicule you. These people wanted you to be unhappy and a failure. But others came to respect and admire you. They asked for your advice. They saw you as a positive influence in the world. You should be careful to treat both types with respect, but be careful that you're not dragged down by the one type or given a big head by the other. By taking full responsibility for yourself, you create your freedom. You can do this by transforming your personality into something other than a prison. We know it can be done. The only important question is, do you know it? In normal, people around you are going to admire you. Some will envy you. Those in the box of disloyalty and opposition will, of course, despise you. You will be so different from their pitiful condition. People in the box will deny that you're for real. They will say that you are pretending. By now, you know that they pretend all the time. People in the box of disloyalty and opposition spend most of their energy trying to convince themselves and others that everyone else is just like them. But if you're at normal, you are not pretending, and you know it. You won't overly care what others think about you. You will, however, have great concern for your own opinion of yourself. You will listen to the conscience of your inner self. In normal, success takes little effort on your part. Things will just come naturally. People in authority will take a great interest in you at this time. You need to take care to always be for real and not pretend. Remind yourself as often as you need to about how the world works. If you begin to manipulate others instead of just doing what's right, you are going to slip down the ladder rapidly, so don't let any praise go to your head. Don't forget the many lessons that you've learned. By now, your ideas and beliefs about people are different. You're actually caring for people. You admire some people, and you have concern, genuine no-strings-attached concern. You view all problems as opportunities, and that's how you see people too, as opportunities. People who try to give you problems are going to be viewed by you as opportunities too. For you must try to help others up the freedom ladder, and that will pave the way for your total freedom. Before you're given step 12, you have to realize a few things about happiness. As we've said before, happiness is a condition of being. The achievement of your goals will not in themselves make you happy. You will not become happy, content, or find your identity through the achievement of goals. A big secret. It is the process of achievement, the striving to fulfill our dreams and goals, that makes us happy. We are happy in our lives to the same degree that we accomplish the right things in the right way. The right things for you are in your inner self. We hope the MRT process has helped you find some of the right things for you to do. The right way is doing what is right, achieving the goals you set for yourself by making your decisions about your behavior based on higher moral levels. Listen to your inner self. The key to happiness in life is the setting of the right goals and fulfilling them in the right way. It is critically important that you realize that no one can tell you what the right goals are for you in your life. Your inner self has great potentials that need to be used. Only you can determine what the right things are for you to choose as goals. It's actually easier now for us to say what leads to unhappiness. 1. Setting goals that are unreasonable, that is, goals that are impossible for us to achieve. 2. Setting goals that are far too easy to achieve, that is, goals that are not a challenge. 3. Becoming addicted to a goal or a lifestyle, that is, becoming enslaved by goals or things to the extent that you cannot experience any pleasure in their absence. 4. Living for tomorrow. Anytime you miss experiencing the goal processes and events of today for the imagined pleasures and objects of tomorrow, you'll be unhappy. 5. Avoiding the truth about ourselves, that is, not allowing your inner self to influence you. And 6. Giving in to unethical means to achieve our goals. Step 12. Reassess your life's master goal plan completely with the purpose of becoming the best person you can become. Ask yourself if fulfilling a goal can make you happy. The essence of Step 12. Happiness in life depends upon the goals we choose and the things we do to achieve them. Step 12 is all about carefully looking at our goals. A. Constantly reevaluate your master goal plan. When you fulfill goals, make more goals. Don't just be busy like a workaholic. B. Look at setbacks and backsliding as learning experiences. Never give up, but be flexible. C. Don't lie. Actively tell the truth. D. Be totally trustworthy and keep your agreements. E. Don't allow others to drag you down. F. Add something positive to the world and see that it survives you. G. Allow your inner self to express your abilities and creative potentials. To accomplish Step 12, you must make a new master goal plan. Those are 1, 5, and 10-year goals. These may be similar or identical to those you set back in Step 7. Under each goal listed, however, briefly answer this question. What does this goal have to do with my happiness? The new Master Goal Plan follows on pages 109, 110, and 111. Your goals are not shared in group. Give your book to your facilitator when you finish Step 12. When your facilitator passes it, you've completed MRT. Congratulations. Many people are often interested in going further in MRT. There are 4 more steps, but those are up to you. You may do them if you wish, but they're not part of the program here. On your Master Goal Plan, starting on page 109, you put your goals 1 year from now, and you should list how old you will be 1 year from now. And then you list your goal. In the next year, I will, and then say what it is, and then answer the question, what does this have to do with my happiness? So you've got 10 goals to list under 1 year. On the next page, 110, you have your 5-year goals. It works the same way. Put today's date, how old you'll be in 5 years, and then list your goals. And then 10 years from now, on page 111, you do the same thing. And that ends Step 12 in MRT. Congratulations.